Okay. We're going 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Profile Pod TV. I'm your host, DoubleAA, here for another special edition of the pod. As you can see, we're in the friendly confines of the Sea Smoke Shop with my man, owner-operator, Chris Maeda, a.k.a. Mr. Dabzz. Real excited about this episode, man. First thing I want to say, bro, I want to thank you for allowing us to come in and record an episode, man. This is awesome, bro.
Of course, man. We definitely had to have you here to embrace the actual atmosphere that we give out, our vibe that we're setting to strive. We want everybody to, join us and see what we have to offer for you guys. And thank you for coming to the shop.
No doubt, man. No, this is great, man. I was watching your last interview, one of your last interviews with a shout out to Fidel of Talking Again podcast. And as soon as you said, hey, if you're interested in coming and recording here, man, I was on it, bro. I was on it. I jumped on it. I think I even texted you the same night.
I think so. I think you did, man. Yeah, it's good.
After your live, yeah, man. But no, man, this is great, man. I there's so much I want to talk to you about, man. There's so much because I'm an entrepreneur myself. And I know you've been in the game, a little over 10 years now, since you were 18, right? 18 years old.
Of course. About 10 years, more or less when I was 20, that's when I really sprouted out from the growing of where I was at. So it's been almost a decade of being an entrepreneur. It's really cool journey. Real smooth, and I have a good partner to go along with it, which makes the whole journey even more exhilarating.
I like that, man. No, I'm glad, man. You look like you have a lot of fun doing what you do. You work hard, you work a lot. I see the hustle, but you love what you do. I can tell you're passionate, and when you love what you do, that makes it that much easier, right? You don't work a day in your life when you love what you do, right?
It's not a job no more. It's a passion, and you create pathways to enjoy yourself as a career. You're gonna get somewhere. You're gonna create new jobs, new opportunities, and you're gonna keep striving. And the good thing about being an entrepreneur is that, like you said, you make your own time schedule. I can be at work right now, or I can be at vacation. But yet you have to keep going and pushing and being determined on what you're trying to strive for.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You definitely got to be self-motivated, a self-starter. There's all these skills and intangibles that come into play, man. But I definitely want to take it back a little bit, bro. I mean, how did this all start, man? Were you always entrepreneurial as a kid? What did you dream about when you were a kid, man? What did you want to become? First of all,
originally, what I really wanted to be an architect and a police officer, and opening up my eyes every single year, different things popped up into my perspective. I went from working construction with my good friend that still I know him. He's really real nice gentleman. Showed me a lot of the tricks of the trade. Going with my father, he also was an entrepreneur. He was able to create his own time schedule, work his own time. My mother, same thing. She's an entrepreneur. She has her own business. Very simple, very easy. I learned that you can make your own time by learning how to work with everyone else's ability of wanting something. So as an entrepreneur, you have to look at the actual freedom and the freedom of relaxing and being able to strive. And that's how I decided that I didn't want to be an architect. I didn't want to be a police officer. I wanted to make my own schedule.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
You wanted that time freedom, right?
I wanted that time freedom, correct. Yes, I did.
And so your parents, they had their own businesses growing up?
Yeah, right? small businesses, but something where I got to see them make something of themselves.
Yeah.
Something real small where they can keep striving, they can be comfortable with what they're making. Never push it to the extreme, which was something that I'm here to do. I'm here to push it to the extreme. We're born to hustle, and we'll continue to hustle. So there's nothing that's not gonna stop us. That's a good thing.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Now, did your parents were they full-time entrepreneurs, or did they have a full-time job and then they had side hustles going, or how was that kind of?
My father, he was a full-time entrepreneur. He used to do his own material business, his own fabric business, and he ended up getting sick. He had Parkinson. So I saw that he really didn't have to work, and he had employees take care of his stuff, and he was able to manipulate the time where he's able, to relax himself, take care of his disease that he has, and it gave him a self relaxation. I mean I got tongue twisted right now. Sorry. He was able to relax in himself and be comfortable to where he's at. I mean, he's extremely grateful for what he has right now.
Yeah,
and that's something that I learned to be grateful.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No.
Yeah.
So it's in the blood, man. It's in the blood, right?
In the blood, yeah.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Of course.
And so, you started young at 18 years old, right?
Yeah, 18 years old. I started young. I started doing. So I started promoting for small raves. It became bigger raves. We started our own promoting company where it was my good friend that owned the company, Cold Music Group, and we used to work for him. He showed us how to go into different atmospheres, promote a certain business, and strive from it. I didn't know what we were promoting for until I ended up going to these big raves, huge concerts. I understood the hustle, and then I decided to become a part of the rave industry, tried to make my own parties. I had my own shows. I had my own backyard boogies.
Wow.
I was that guy, the guy that always had a party for the weekend. And after that, that was during high school. I would say more like 16, 17 high school parties. I was already hustling ticket entrance fee, $5, $3 girls, 2 for $5. So yeah. I was a guy that would sell the tickets at the entry for people to come in. I've thrown a lot of shows, a lot of events. So growing up, that's kind of where I started, young and seeing the ambition of being able to create a certain atmosphere and charge from it, whatever I put myself into.
Yeah. And so you learned. You were learning on the street. You didn't go to school. You never went to college for anything like that?
No, I didn't. I went to PCC for about 2 semesters, then decided that it was costing me more to go to school than it was to get a full-on education on what I was trying to become. And what I was trying to become is still private. I'm not gonna let you guys know, but you guys DM me on that one. But for the most part, it didn't work out, and I ended up creating a small empire, which is grown and is gonna keep on growing.
Yeah, no, I see it, Chris. And so, but what was like your first major stab at entrepreneurship? Post high school, post party promoter and all that.
Yeah.
What was kind of your first
first
try
jab.
at it, man?
Yeah. My first jab was basically me and my wife, we decided to open a clothing store, actual clothing store. My clothing name was Mr. Dabzz. It was Dabzz. That's why Mr. Dabzz comes about.
Okay.
This is way back now. I would say 11 years now. And this is where I decided to kind of try to create something. And me and my wife, knowing the people that she knows, she's a fashion designer. She had friends that had equipment for sale, and ended up giving us basically for $100 a screen printing machine with four different arms, which now I still have to this day. Good, I still make some merch out of it.
Oh wow!
And you take care of your stuff, it's gonna work. And basically, we created a location where individuals could bring in their private garments, and we will be able to sell for them at a commission price. I decided that I wasn't able to create everything, but I knew people that were able to bring in their stuff, and I created a house for them. And this was in Main and Pico in downtown Los Angeles.
All right.
I learned real quick that selling shirts was a little slow. Very, very slow, depending on a good day or a bad day. Just the promotion that was really giving out there, me not knowing how to promote. The other individuals that had their own clothing, they didn't know how to promote their clothing line. So I would be basically try to run around and sell someone else's garment.
Yeah.
And from there, I just decided to learn more on a different scale, different opportunities. My good friend, he wanted to open a smoke shop, and I decided to learn and show him how to open a smoke shop. Him not knowing how this whole game started, we bought out everything that we could find. Yeah. Set up the smoke shop completely, head to toe, even with food and snacks. He basically sold the store, and when he sold the store, it was basically bye to me, because it was the only owners didn't really need me. And I got the first understanding that, okay, I don't really, if I'm not an asset to somebody, I'm replaceable.
Yeah.
And being replaceable, it sucks, but once you learn that, you're gonna get to understand life is cruel in many ways. And there's people that will basically take it as a loss, or take it as a L, as they'll say. But for us, we take it as another inspirational way of moving forward, a lesson to keep going, to keep striving. So what did we do? We opened up a smoke shop ourselves, me and my wife. Decided to have our own smoke shop. Our first smoke shop was in East LA, Los Angeles, East LA. Little small location, very small. It didn't bring as much crowd. So we decided to get a bigger location. Now we have a location in Lincoln Heights, 2,000 square feet. Now we have a new location in downtown. So we're just going based on the flow and the volume of clientele that we're bringing in, and we're trying to push forward, and that's kind of what you know, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to learn that one door closes, there's 5 more to open. Don't be scared opening the doors. If one door closes on you again, like I said, 5 more to open. Don't worry.
Keep opening doors.
Keep opening doors. You never know what you're gonna get or how you're gonna get there. It doesn't matter. If I believe in you, which I don't even know you, you're gonna get there.
There you go. I love that, man. No, yeah, I love that optimism, man. That frame of mind. You got to be positive, right? You got to be positive.
Yes, sir.
You're never gonna quit. You're never gonna give up. And so you have this smoke shop, and then are you closing this one down, or are you gonna?
No.
You're opening up the one in downtown.
Yeah, we're opening up the one in downtown.
Oh, I see.
The one in East LA, we had to close. It was too small for the amount of items that we're bringing in, and the volume of crowd that it didn't make sense. It wasn't feasible. So you have to learn either move somewhere smaller or go somewhere bigger where there's more of a community. We came to Lincoln Heights. My mother was she came to Lincoln Heights. She lived in Lincoln Heights, and when I was born in Huntington Park. Till 4 years old, I was in Compton.
Okay.
And from Compton, I moved to Lincoln Heights, which opened their arms to me. Our family was great. Still giving us good times. Our family's healthy. We're all here in Lincoln Heights. This place has been amazing. It's changing in a good way, not in a bad way. And I wanted to bring that business back into my community. The business that is not frowned upon. A business where it's a luxury look, but still you can come in as a casual stoner and buy your pipe, your essentials. That's kind of what we wanted to bring. We didn't want to bring a regular head shop. This place is something different for you guys to come and just, you know, and vibe out, enjoy the vibes here. It's a very nice place, and the next one's gonna be even nicer. We have a secret plan for that one. I can't reveal nothing.
Go ahead, man. You can tell us, bro.
Yes, no. Yeah.
Drop an exclusive. Go ahead, bro.
So sometimes you have to keep stuff in the bag.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if the bag's too heavy or not. And if the bag's too heavy, you can't carry it out, it's gonna be a problem.
Gotcha.
But once you pull it out the bag and it's right there, people are gonna see it and enjoy. Trust me, it's a great It's a great, what is it? It's a card up my sleeve.
Yeah, there you go. Ace up his sleeve, right?
It's an ace up my sleeve.
How long did it take to pack this? No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, man.
Yep.
2 pounds, dog. A lot more than that, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raw, right? Raw.
Shout out to Raw. Hopefully, Raw. Hey, sponsor us, man. We'll be rawing it out here with you guys.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. Yeah,
Come on, Josh.
Right. No, I think yeah, it's incredible, man. What you've done with all of your projects, man, and you got a lot of stuff coming out still, man. And I want to get to some of those like Picturistik and all that good stuff, man. And you got your Airbnbs, and then you got I know you want to get expand that out to Cabo San Lucas.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And so I mean, what is the I know you mentioned your parents had a business, right?
Yeah.
But where does that drive come from, man? That ambition? I mean, were you always kind of like, were you the kind of kid that you always had to win, or you were competitive, or anything like that? That was kind of extraordinary.
You can call me competitive. You can call me a challenge. But yeah, you have to be a go-getter. There's a rat race in this world. You either stay in the rat race or you create the rat race. That's more or less that's the way the business is.
No doubt.
And once you learn that, you're gonna try to get out of that rat race, no matter what it is. If it's the smallest things, I praise you on anything. You'll make it happen.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And you mentioned your business partner, right? Who just happens to be your wife as well.
My wife, my business partner is 50-50 in every single decision that we make, in every single business that we make, which is good in every single ways. I have a women's touch, always the best thing.
Right.
I have my partner to tell me, hey, this is the wrong way, or this is the right way. And I can tell her the same thing, vice versa, which is always it's always an extra ear, and someone that's not gonna get. I'm not gonna get butthurt, or I'm not. If I fail, she's not gonna pound on me, or I'm not gonna, But we are both taking that lesson together, and we're both learning from that, which is always the best team, because one person can push the other person to something greater, and it's always going to be like that. My wife is 100% been a supportive person in our career and in my career, which I'm more of the smoke shop type of guy, and she is more of a fashion designer, artist, creative mind. We have two different fields. I'm more in retail and in hosting, and she's more in setting up the place and getting the vibe going, basically. So that makes a very good team, and the team is always, if you stay committed, comfortable, and always talk it out, listen, and always listen to what they say, and sometimes always wash the dishes. Wash the dishes, yeah.
And I can imagine at this point, man, you guys been partners now.
Yeah. Over a decade.
Over 10 years. So I imagine things run pretty smoothly as far as, you kind of know what her vision, and she kind of knows your vision. You guys your chemistry is just is very good at this point.
It's
right?
very compatible.
Yeah.
Our even sometimes we're thinking, our thoughts they bounce off.
There you go.
I say one thing, she finished the sentence. I'm like, whoa. It's very, very weird, but I understand it because we vibe out. We send that vibe out there, and makes it go out there in a different way, where everybody and not even just saying the camera looking, but all in general, our team members, our family, our friends, anybody that's around us, they see our relationship. They ask, hey, how do you get there? How do you do that? It's just listening and understanding each other. Life is hard, but if you have someone to listen to, it makes it way more easier.
I mean, they say communication is key, right? And
communication is key.
It's not cliche.
It's true.
Yeah, man. And so, Chris, what I want to know, man, because I'm amazed. I'm honestly amazed with you, man, because you have so much going on. How do you balance everything out, man? How do you take care of this business and then make sure this business is running and then that business is running okay. So do you have like a team of maybe a staff or underneath you guys, or a couple managers here and there that run some stuff for you? Or is it all you hands-on and all your wife hands-on? How do you guys play that out?
Well, you have to have a team to push to push forward. You can't really strive by yourself and get nowhere by yourself. You can get so far, but when you have your team, your family, your friends, you're able to be able to help out different parts of the industry. If your friends they want to create some type of different business, and you help them out create that business, it's great because you're actually giving out more jobs, you're giving out more opportunities. But our team, it's me and my wife. We have 2 employees, 2 team members that we really strive. They take care of the smoke shop. We do the buying. Me and my wife, we do the buying. My wife does all the interior design. I do all the construction and the labor. And she does a lot of labor though. I'm not gonna lie. She's a very hard worker. She don't stop 12 a.m. 5. She can keep going. Me, I call it quits and that's it. But I do praise her on that. But for the most part, the way we do is we break it down. I take care of paperwork. She takes care of finance. After, we both take care of the location itself, from build out, from set to end. Sometimes I usually do the scouting for the locations. And sometimes she might have a location that she has in mind, and we go back to it, back and forth. Every single location that we do pick is hand selected for a certain reason. The reason why, it's because we feel that our sense of clientele is around that area. And that area, it's basically gonna strive for us. We don't just pick random locations and just try to open up. We tried that a long time ago. It didn't work out. We learned, we listened, and now we prevail. Now we're next to a bar. We're next to two bars. Bank of America, 24 hours. You know, heavy streets. Sees over 20,000 cars, which is great.
Wow. So no, that's a strategy. You're being strategic when you choose your location.
Yes.
Like you said, you're not just gonna let's just set up shop here.
Yeah, I know.
I imagine there's research that goes into that.
There's a lot of research.
There's planning. Yes. There's stuff like that goes into it, right?
Yes, there's plan. There's a lot. Sometimes it gets really detailed. Like our new location at the Burbank Town Center, I had to go with permits. I had to go with architect. I had to go with contractor. I had to go with drywall. I had to go with picking up sky lifts. And that's me myself, because I knew I can conquer all that. I knew I can take care of it. I knew I can walk over there. I can get these permits. If I would have paid, I would have paid a contractor to do the full out work. Would have got me a little binding with the cash. Wow. So I decided to think it out and play it out right, and it played out the right way. And right now, we finally have a date, which is May 1st. Oh. So hopefully, that's a secret. But
nice.
Now on the Saturday, everybody will know.
There it is.
May 1st, we are doing our grand opening at Picturistik at the Burbank Town Center. Hopefully you guys can show up, bring your family, bring your friends. This is a different type of atmosphere. It's an interactive photo booth experience where you're able to come in with your family, enjoy different backgrounds, different settings that we have created for you to enjoy. Instagrammable backgrounds, which is really cool, really really new. We are at the mall, so you feel more safe, you feel secure. You're gonna have a great time. And then after, we have Winter Schnitzel. I mean, we have what's that? Winsel's Pretzels.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Winsel's Pretzels and AMC upstairs, and Round One downstairs. So hopefully you guys will come down and enjoy our company.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, congratulations on getting the date, because